So today we're going to be talking about a trade that I think the Oklahoma City Thunder need to make. Like and subscribe. I post daily sports videos. It's fun. So yeah, y'all should check me out, subscribe, like the video. Let's talk about it. So this is probably going to be a pretty short video because I feel like this is a common sense trade for the Thunder and the Magic. So the Thunder are a rebuilding team. I think we all know that. They have a young guard for the future in Gilgeous-Alexander. Lou Dort looks like a centerpiece. Not necessarily a centerpiece on defense for sure. Diallo, he's decent. I want to say he's amazing at defense, so that's always a plus. Look, the team just looks very good spread out, except for, two positions, arguably. The secondary guard position next to Shea, however you want to say his name, and the center position. And this is talking about, of course, in terms of the future, right? And even then, Darius Bazley, he's decent. They could get an upgrade for sure. But, if they get a, amazing secondary star, which is what Lou Dort is looking like, they won't need that upgrade, in my opinion. But anyways, the position they need most is center. I feel like we can all agree upon this, okay? They're a younger team. They're a rebuilding team. So, what teams in the NBA have a younger center that they'd be willing to trade? There are two teams that I've, thought about. The Atlanta Hawks, John Collins, and the Orlando Magic, Mo Bamba. So we're going to be discussing Mo Bamba the majority of the time. So yeah, let's talk about it. So Mo Bamba, he's got a song named after him, which is pretty impressive, quite honestly. But, on the other hand, he's kind of not played at all. He had COVID. He suffered COVID for a little bit, and the team just kind of replaced him. He's likely not going to be starting anytime soon. Nikola Vucevic, playing at an all-star level, one of the most underrated players in the game right now. Kim Birch is a, very solid fit coming off the bench for the Orlando Magic. Then at the power forward position, they got Chuma Okeke. There's another dude I'm forgetting about at the power forward position. Jonathan Isaac at the small forward position. They just have a lot of talent at the power forward and center position. And it would be a stretch, honestly. It would be a huge stretch, actually, to put him at the power forward position due to 7-8. Aaron Gordon, that's what I'm forgetting about. Anyways. So they've got a large array of power forward centers that could start. And you're not going to be able to take over Vucevic's spot. And in my opinion, at least, it is a waste to have a, number 5 overall pick coming off the bench? Yeah, number 5 overall pick. It's a waste to have a guy like that coming off the bench, in my opinion. Especially when he's only, 3 years into his NBA career? Yikes. Lots of this has just been, he hasn't gotten a huge chance to prove himself yet due to Vucevic. And part of it is he just, hasn't looked amazing in that time. So, why should the Thunder trade for him? Well, they get a young center, potentially one for the future. They can use one of their first-round picks to pick him up. It just makes a ton of sense. So, as we all know, they're stockpiled on picks, right? And there's no way they actually use all of those in the draft, right? That's just unrealistic. So it makes sense for them to use them on projects such as this. Guys like him, Lonzo Ball, guys that, had tons of promise but just hasn't showed up either due to the, own faults or due to, just not getting the opportunity. So if we send Mo Bamba to the Thunder, what can we expect the Magic to get? Well, that's a pretty tricky situation, okay? Because Mo Bamba, he's still on his rookie contract. I want to say dude's making close to $8 million a year, give or take. And okay, I'd just like to throw in this first. He may be getting playing time now, but the Orlando Magic have suffered a ton of injuries. Jonathan Isaac is out. I'm pretty sure Aaron Gordon is out. Chuma Okeke's probably still out. They've got a ton of injuries right now. So if he's getting playing time now, it doesn't necessarily reflect what the roster would look like fully healthy. So in terms of a trade, I feel like a first-round pick from a playoff contender would be fair-ish. Because you're not going to want to give up one of your own picks. No way. Because you're a, lottery team. In theory, at least. A rebuilding team, I should say. So giving up your own first-round pick would not be a smart move. And you don't want to give up the first-round pick of another team that looks like they could crash, very easily. So you'd want to give it up from a playoff team. The pick I chose to use in this situation, I'm not entirely sure if it, is the pick they would use, is the Heat's 2021 draft pick. I feel like they would give this one up the most likely because the Heat are the Eastern Conference champs. And despite the fact that they've not looked very good at all, They've been injured more or less the entire season. Goran Dragic has been out for a while, so has Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero. But fully healthy, I feel like they are competitors in the East. So I feel like that would make the most, logical sense as a pick to give up. I want to say it has protections on it to an extent, but that shouldn't be a huge issue if the Heat, stay fully healthy. So yeah, that's about it. I feel like this makes sense for both teams. The Magic pick up a pick, utilize an asset that is not being utilized. Mo Bamba gets a chance to actually, play when everyone is healthy, more or less. I mean, look, Al Horford is starting right now, right? There's a reason he got traded, right? I think we can all admit that. And they have some Russian dude. I forget what his name is. It's like Alexander Pavshkov, something like that. And he's pretty good. Well, not pretty good, but he has potential to be pretty good, right? So, but he was taken later on in the draft. So I feel like by bringing him in, it would just make sense for everybody. I want to say they also have like Roby, I want to say is his name. Like Joe Roby, I think. I don't know who he was talking about, but the point I'm trying to make is they don't have a for sure starting center for the future. And it'd make a ton of sense to bring in Mr. Mo Bamba. So, yeah, that's about it. Send Mo Bamba to OKC. Relatively close, actually, to where he played in Texas in college. Send Orlando Magic the Heat 2021 first-round pick. Everybody's happy. Magic get a project. OKC gets a, lottery pick dude at a bargain price, more or less. Orlando Magic utilize an asset. Everybody's happy in theory. Subscribe to the channel. I post daily sports content, and it would mean a ton to me. We're trying to hit 200 subscribers now, so that's really cool, actually. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day. I love you all. Yeah. Oh, tell me down in the comments below what you think of this trade, because I think all of my trades are amazing, but sometimes y'all love them, sometimes y'all hate them. Let me know. Yeah, y'all have an amazing day. Peace out, y'all.